Good. A friend of mine, fender bender, had one of them things. Had a super laser 500. Man, I caught all over the world on that thing. Yeah, you take that thing, FL 2100 B amplifier, and you had something. Well, hell, you got 2 or 3 of them stacked up over there. I'm kind of, I tell you what, I sure am glad I know somebody that, see if nothing else, I'm coming over there like that Kenwood. That thing is something serious. I ain't
Yeah,
never seen
back
one
again.
with so many computer screens on it before.
What's going on, John?
Got all kind of pretty stuff on it. And that screen for that meter, you know, yeah, they tell me you can set that thing in a bar graph, but you got it set style meter. And that thing works perfect in that one. And then it's pretty neat. That's dang neat. You set it up any way you want it. You can, this radio here, you can turn it on and get on the main, and you can take the sub and turn it on and monitor another frequency while you listening on this band. Wouldn't it all be on that waterfall, Gene? It'll work on both frequencies, won't it? Yeah, sure will. Man, can you imagine me having that thing? It'd take me 6 years to get back on frequency. I ain't never seen the buttons. You know, I reckon you read the book on it a lot. Well, you seen I had that manual out, and how big it was.
Teresa?
Yeah, I've had this thing since
What's going on?
2015.
What's going on out there? Struck by lightning? What's going on with you? Good to see you.
Well, look, now that, they probably ain't nowhere, no frequency known to man they won't go. What about that one I'm on? It ain't got as many frequencies and channels as that one, does it? Oh yeah, just as many. It just ain't got a few figures that one does. It's set up pretty much just like this radio. It just doesn't have the waterfall and all on it. Dang it, man. So you couldn't run away from it. I could take you down. That's about right. Well, they both pretty radios, but well, you said that you got 2 or 3 more Kenwoods over there sitting around. So you got a few. I guess you got different stuff you use them on, don't you? You got them all running it on an amplifier. Yeah, sure. Yeah, all of them others is VHF radios. Well, look, once you get your AM license, do you have to take that test every year, or you just pay a fee? No, man, I Mine's good till, I can't remember when it is. I think 25 or something like that. Well, you know that's the natural progression of this, the way I'm going, right? I done heard that thing over there, and I got the fever, Jack. It's like talking on a damn telephone.
No, John. Lately, I haven't made any knives or swords or anything like that. I'm running real low on coal.
And I thought I was going to call you last night. I'm coming along. That truck, you know, ain't got but it's got 68,000 miles on it now. But I managed the gas and it just like cut off. I said, oh shit. Thing ain't never done that. Then the check engine light come on, so I gotta get it in the shop, see what code it says. Yeah, ain't no doubt. They need to get it checked out. Shit, man, I didn't buy a Conquest AutoZone or something else. They check it. Well, after it done that, it come on, so it may have been gas in the fuel. It ain't never done that before, but hell, that thing went crazy after I left your house. You know, I fueled up coming down there, so I don't know.
Yeah, right on, John. Yeah, I've shown a few things on my channel.
Might be water in the fuel. Anyway, that's what I was trying to say. That's what me and Firecracker in it. It's weird. I ain't never in my life seen it. It ain't never done that.
Yeah, I've shown a few things on my channel when it comes down to my knives and stuff.
I don't know, but hell, it may need catalytic converters, cause I don't know. But a lot of times when one sets up like that, it ain't never run a whole lot. It didn't have no miles on it, so it could very well be the catalytic converter started up. But one way or another, somebody's gonna fix it before next week. So. Hey, he's the one knows it first. He said, this thing is acting funny. Firecracker said, I thought it was you. He was already complaining about pushing it. What happened? Yeah, if you talk on it, and you got a puff of black smoke out the back, it trips your O2 sensor, which trips your check engine light, and they'll go in and reset your O2 sensor. Well, there ain't no black smoke coming out. Well, it doesn't have to be black smoke. All it has to do is keep out of the power of the O2 sensor. A lot of times what they do, they'll remove the O2 sensor, clean the window, just strip it back in, reset it, and reset it. Well, I'm going to find out what the codes say on it. That dang thing is, I mean, it come on home, but it didn't have the power it had before. And I'm like, well, that's the weirdest thing. And me and Firecracker think it was the water in the gas, because it run perfect till I fueled up there in Dothan.
Teresa, I actually made hatchets out of old wrenches at one time. Yeah, I was taking old wrenches and making hatchets out of them. Sorry, I don't know if you heard that. Teresa, it's like I made hatchets out of old wrenches at one time.
You know, with them vehicles, hell, I bought brand new ones that didn't even make it home. I bought a brand one. Yeah, I bought one like that. Me and it didn't get along 13,000 miles. I got rid of it. I put it in the darn shop. They had to put a brand new wiring harness in the dash. Well, at least, look, Gene, I didn't even get 13,000 miles on that. It was in 92 when they come back out with that 318 Magnum. That dang thing needed a lot of development.
Yeah, sawmill blades are good. Leaf springs is really good steel.
What's your beans there?
Lawnmower blades are really good. I've made a few knives out of railroad spikes. I've made quite a few out of saw blades, like regular skill saw blades. Also, I made
significant drop off. You ain't done that with that beam before.
I made some like fillet knives, like fish fillet knives. I made some of those like using bandsaw blades.
Condition problem. Because he said I dropped off on him, so.
I know a lot of hunters and fishermen out here, so that's what kind of knives I made.
Yeah.
Or bushcraft type knives. I don't know. I might have some pictures saved in this other phone of mine. Now I think about it. I can't remember.
I think it's in conditions. 10-4. Well, I'll try mine and see if I'm down in the Bluetooth. Can you? Well, hey, you come up on me now, Gene. So dead on the ground play. Ain't that crazy?
All right, let's see if I can get some. That's one of the ones I made. Also, that's.
I was going to say, damn. I don't see how that was, but you never did talk on it.
It's a parang type style. I made that. Here's another one. These are made from lawnmower blades.
I'm hoping when I get them shooting stars, these shooting stars.
I used to at one time. Here's a really big one. It's actually it's what they call a bill hook type. It's more like a farming type knife. It's got an edge. It's got an edge right there, and the inside of this curve is sharp. So you can use this edge on this side for like major big time chopping, and this can be like clearing bushes or whatever. It's a farming type tool I made. It was a big one. And some other knives, like I was doing like little kitchen knives, kind of like that one right there. Like what do you call it? Like butcher knives and stuff. And let's see here. Here's a kitchen knife that I made, like a regular chef's knife, like a chef knife. These are made out. This is all made out of Alien Believers. Good to see you. These are all made out of lawnmower blades. Here's a skinning knife that I made. And let's see here. Hold on. Oh, I made this too. I made this is a pig that I made out of like a propane tank. I did all kinds of stuff. I was making knives. I was making like metal art. Here's a couple of pigs that I made. Actually, for the past 2 years until just recently, I was doing all this stuff that all my artwork type stuff, my knives, metal art, um, uh, all that kind of stuff. I was really doing that to kind of like put food on my table. Here's some more knives. These are some rings that I made out of spoon handles. You know, I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see. I think I got some more knives. And I don't know. I can't remember what all I did, but I think I got some of my metal art in here too. Now I think about it. But I was doing all kinds of stuff, and that was paying my rent. Like I said, until recently, man. Just recently, I started doing some work for this guy. Here's a knife that I made, and this is actually the guy I sold it to. That's the first animal that he skinned with it. He skinned that snake with that knife that I sold. I built for him, and that's a custom knife too. I mean, I had to do the handle a certain way because he's got arthritis, so he needed a pretty good size handle to fit in his hand, and that was the first thing he skinned with that knife. That was pretty cool. Um, but yeah, I haven't sat down. Like I said, coal is a big deal down here, so I haven't really made a whole lot because I'm running really low when it comes down to doing any blacksmithing or bladesmithing. Flea market, yeah. The only thing the thing is about flea market, and I've done quite a few of them over the years and stuff too. But thing is about flea market, most people are looking for a deal. They're looking to find something cheap and practically something for nothing. You know what I mean? And this is all handmade, stuff. This is not cheap, Chinese crap. This is handmade, well, good quality stuff that's the stuff that I was making. And I might do other stuff, but I mean the stuff that I was making was utilitarian. I mean it was something that I made specifically so it to be used and and last. Not something that you'll have to buy another one in a couple of years. No, I want something that's going to last and you can pass on to your kids and shit. That's what kind of stuff I like to make. And but some people see. I would have to. I kind of have to charge a little bit more than some cheap crap that you can buy at the damn Walmart. And well, some people at flea markets and stuff. Sunfish, what's going on? Some people at flea markets, they just don't want to pay that kind of a price, and some people just don't appreciate handmade things. You know what I mean? Um, but I don't really, those for those people when they come up and they give me something that I'm telling you, they try to like work my price down to like half of what I'm asking or something, or less than half of what I'm asking. I'm like, all right, man, just keep your money. Just keep your money. Go to Walmart, buy yourself a knife there, because otherwise, man, if fork down the cash, buddy, because I know my stuff's worth it, and I know people, and I've sold some of my stuff to people, and they wouldn't blink an eye on how much I'm asking for it. They wouldn't even blink an eye because they knew exactly it was worth it and all that stuff. Yeah, they some people just don't know quality. Yeah, and that's the thing, and then there has been some people. I will say this too. There has been some people that actually paid me more than I was asking for it. I had one guy give me $20 more than I was asking for for one of my knives, just because he thought it was worth it. You know what I mean? And at one time I was doing a little bit. I never really got good at it, like leather work, like to do sheaths and stuff. Never really got good at it. And at one time when I was messing with it, um, the guy, the leather that I was getting, the guy I was getting it from, he used to build saddles like for horses and stuff. And I used to get a lot of leather, some of his scraps and stuff like that from him, real cheap. You know what I mean? But this about 4 or 5 years ago, something like that, he passed on. So that deal that I had with him is gone now too. So just trying to find, leather pretty cheap has been a problem for me also. But anyway, because I'm kind of like really, I really don't have a lot of money to spend on stuff. So I'm trying to find stuff really cheap if I can, price wise. That's why I like, when it comes down to even the metal that I use, it's mostly recycled stuff, like lawnmower blades. I got tons of lawnmower blades, man. I got, I also ask people, it's like, when I'm out and stuff like that, man, if you got any old lawnmower blades you just want to get rid of, man, bring them on down. Next thing you know, I got people bringing me stuff. So I like to kind of, I guess you call upcycling. Yeah. See, I mean, I've seen some guys that make some really nice leather holsters, really nice leather sheaths and stuff, and they do a really good job. I mean, there's a couple of, actually, there's this one guy. He's um, like one of the, kind of like a prepper channel or whatever, but he's got himself a YouTube channel, and he makes leather sheaths and stuff. Just mostly. I don't know if he does it to make a living, but he makes videos of him making them. And man, he's made some really cool stuff. And I've got some. I've got some ideas because I've got some fixed blade knives that I would love to get a custom sheath for, or get a custom. See, this is what I was actually thinking about at one time, because uh, I look at like how Japanese swords, like even traditional Japanese swords, are made. Pretty much every step is done by a different I wouldn't say expert, but somebody like that. Like the blade is made by one guy. All right, the scabbard is made by one guy. The handle is made by another guy. The guy that sharpens the blade is one guy. Um, it's like each individual trade is different. You know what I mean? And I like the idea of like, for instance, like a custom handmade knife from one artist, that and a custom handmade like a sheath from another artist, together or stuff like that or whatever. If I had some knives that for me that I've made, I would love to get one of them custom sheath made for it, because it'd be cool. I got some really cool ideas on how I want it done too, because I saw some guy doing some. They had pockets on this damn side of the sheet, so you can put like a Altoids tin in it and everything. I want to do something like that. One of those type of sheets for my knife. Yeah, real Japanese katana. I mean, there's still some makers out there. Um, yeah, well, I agree, John, because honestly, when it comes down to it, I want to keep blacksmithing alive. All right, and every town back in the day needed a blacksmith, and that's really, I think, blacksmiths is what built this country. I mean, honestly, I had some people argue that it was the timber and railroad companies that kind of built this country, and I was like, well, who in the hell do you think made their saws and did all the other stuff when it comes down to the railroad and stuff? Who do you think did? A freaking blacksmith did. Independent Mini United, right on. Good to see you. Good to see you. And so I don't know, but yeah, skills. In my opinion, that's going to be like a major, in a sense, bartering um, thing. Because it might come down to where like people, that's all they got is like their skills and their Um, yeah, there's not that many. I mean, I will admit that there's a lot of people that seem to be interested or trying to get into it because of that Forge and Fire TV show. Ever since that started coming out, man, I've noticed there's been a few other people here and there that getting into it or whatever or want to get into it, and but I've also noticed like prices of stuff. I was looking ever since Forge and Fire started. I've been keeping track of like the prices of like just ambles. Dude, people are asking like too much money for ambles nowadays, and I think what it is because of the damn TV show made it people interested in it and people thinking they can make a freaking buck off everybody and charging a shitload of money for a freaking amble. It kind of sucks. Yeah, making a yeah yeah. Uh, I mean that's another thing too. I mean gunsmithing will be a very lucrative trade, especially on the black market or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I used to make explosives. I wasn't really into like firearms when I was making stuff. I like to make explosives. That was my thing when I was a kid. I used to love blowing shit up. I mean, even today, I mean, they got those exploding targets. Those things are so damn fun. Oh man, and they're loud. It's like a cannon going off. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, well, I'll tell you, man. When it comes down to like blacksmithing and bladesmithing, yeah, it is kind of a dying breed. But I mean, I want to keep it alive because you know, I'm telling you, if things, which it's very possible, everything was to go to shit like today. It was just like all just stop. You know what I mean? Those skills on the long run is going to be extremely valuable. Yeah, see, I wasn't in the military, but I've had family that was in the military. I mean, but I used to make stuff back in when I was younger, and we used to blow up all kinds of shit from like tree stumps to, you know, old cars and stuff. I kind of got it down to a science on what I can available, readily available ingredients, But I would love to have you know, some military know-how behind my belt. At least some military information on how to do that stuff behind my belt. You know. It will come in handy because I was sitting there thinking about it. If it was got down to the point where if like an invading force or something that we the people considered as an invading force, boots on the ground type of scenario. I mean, hell, I'm not gonna say that putting IEDs and shit like that in the fucking road will be it won't happen. You know what I mean? Because that's the one thing I noticed, like when it comes to like Afghanistan and like Iraq and all that stuff. See, I believe all those people, just the average everyday Joes that live there, that's been there, born there, or whatever, they have the right to life also, all right, and they have the right to defend themselves. And I mean, honestly, man, if they think that their idea of defending themselves and their family and their neighborhood or whatever is putting IEDs in the fucking road, I don't see anything wrong with it. U.S. forces might look at them as oh, that's a bad guy. He's putting a bomb in the road. Well, that bad guy out there thinks you're the bad guy because you came to his fucking country and started blowing shit up. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, I mean here, um, if there was like anything that the people here, the people in this country would consider an invading force, yeah, IADs will happen. I mean, I'm not saying I'll do it. I'm not saying I won't, but I know they will happen. 82nd, 82nd Airborne, right on. Yeah, my brother was a chopper medic actually. Also, he just retired as a master sergeant. Yeah, old jarhead, old Marine, huh? You got some crayons to write stuff. You got a crayon. You got some crayons. Fucked up just right. Yeah. Yeah, my dad was a jarhead also. He was a captain in the Marines back in the day.
I can't believe her. She said, yeah, I got the air conditioner on.
Right.
But hell, you got 3 or 4 of them over there. Do you ever run all them jokers at one time? Yeah, I turn them all on every once in a while. I got them all turned on in. It gets pretty warm in here. No wonder you got that 20-ton air conditioner in that little bit of. Cause if mama gets hot, it's on then, ain't it? That's right. I'm regretting all that painting we got to do here like y'all did, man. Y'all painted it. That's looking good over there.
Oh yeah, I was wanting to ask you guys too. Now I think about it, since can you guys give me a one if my audio is still got like a buzz in it or a hum, some kind of like a background noise other than like like for instance, if I turn this radio all the way down, all right, and it's just me talking, and when I get quiet or like when I'm talking, is there a buzz or a hum or anything like that in the microphone? If there is, put a one. If there isn't, just put a two. That'd be cool. I'm trying to figure out this audio stuff so I can try and get it right. Because I wish I could hear my own audio, but I can't until I like go through the replay and hear it very slightly. Right on. Okay. I'm trying to figure out the best way to correct that because I have an idea what it is, but I think I reduced it a lot. Uh, that was there earlier. So cool.
I do pretty good with a spray gun on like here in on an automobile, but don't give me no paintbrush. Any paintbrushes and rollers don't get along. I'll make a mess. But that guy hired me to do the varnishing and the trim work on the outside, and then he wanted paint done. I said, well, look here, dude. You didn't say nothing about painting when you hired me. I said, yeah, hell, I've done the best I know how to do. Well, that's tough.
Yeah, I've actually heard that before, John.
He told me I wasted too damn much paint.
I've also heard like when it comes down to Marines and stuff, man, there is always polite until it's time to not be polite. You know what I mean?
And I tell him off when you say I just make sure to cover up good. I tried that, but that cat bigger. Them cats that do that for a living, they know down to he had to go get more paint and he was upset. But they know down to the court how much it ought to take. I'm like, well, how in the world do you know, man?
So when I went to the hospital, they told me that MOD building, that big Dawson Center in front of the hospital, right there on Main Street Enterprise. And I watched them pour water in it. I was on top of the building. I was watching them pour water in that tank filling it down. I went down and told my supervisor, and they had to repaint the whole building.
We used to have one. I used to have an F-150 at one time too. At one time, I got a eight.
I think I ate all his property.
I got a '88 Nissan Pathfinder now. That's my first one I've had of those. That's the first one I've ever owned. So I mean, it's a 1988, so it's an older one, which is good because it's got less of that computer crap in it, and so that's what I like about it. It's got a distributor cap, and it's a little easier to work on. I like that.
Well, I figured out that got figured. He said, look, man, I ain't going to have to come back here now for 20 years. But I fixed this where I could come back about every 3 or 4 years to paint this out now. You done fixed it, well, I ain't hell.
That's actually, I think mine was a '96. Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'll tell you this, man. Those damn things, they did not have enough grounding wires or grounding straps on that damn truck. I mean, I was putting my CB in that sucker, man. I had to add a lot of grounding straps all over that damn truck, man, just to keep, to ground everything off. I guess they just, they skimped on that, in my opinion,
So I learned myself a lesson about them professional painters. Because they know how to paint that thing where about every 4 or 5 years they got to come back and redo it. They blame it on the paint, but it ain't really the paint.
Yeah, those little machines that we had at the hospital, they had the hospital, and you could stick it up that paint and it would tell you how thick the paint was.
Right.
They got one they use on their classic cars and stuff, see how thick the paint is.
Right, an original paint job is in 3 to 4 microns, and if you got a fender that's been retained, it's going to be 7 or 8 feet, and that's how they do it, walk around the surface things if a fender's been replaced. Now remember, 5 microns, which is 50 feet.
Well, my filters I buy for this house I was spending about $100 a piece on them. They were half a micron, so they filter. But I found some on Amazon for about $40 a piece, so I cut my cost.
I haven't come across one of them yet. Those 334 small blocks. I'm not really familiar with them. Oh, right on. For like,
Well, that's on the new ones. Because I believe I had an old 50 Chevrolet. I swear that paint was that bit of a quarter-inch thick.
for U-Hauls, huh? So that's probably a high mileage type of stuff. High mileage type of an engine on it, huh? It's probably why I haven't really come across them. I never really thought about it. I haven't messed with a whole lot of U-Haul type trucks. Yeah, I bet. Now, wait a minute. That's not a diesel, is it? That's just a regular unleaded engine, right?
standing on that thing, and I got the grinder out. I'm like, when are we ever gonna get down in that metal?
Well, when you think of the farmer, you got to remember the farmer owners who use the booth, and the new kind of farmer they use that they do in the booth now is epoxy farmer. And it's about 3 microns to 4 microns too. But it doesn't show up like paint does.
Hand like a paint job, maniac guy. I helped the guy in a body shop when I was young, and he put 12 coats of I had a lacquer on an old Ford pickup, 50-something model, and when he had rolled up the lacquer, and it was a job to get it on him. When he got through with it, it was like a mirror. Man, yeah, I've seen them jobs. Now you didn't have to worry about it coming off either, and every little scratch, you know, you had to repaint it. You can buff it right out.
I hear you. I hear you.
I sure like that new paint though, man. You go in there and sand it, get ready, and put a cover sealer on it, go back in there and shoot the paint to it, and then turn around, put the clear on it, and it look like a new car. But now they got some of that paint out there that's about $700-800 a gallon now. Yeah, I talked to a buddy of mine the other night. Spray gun. He lives down there in Phoenix City. He's on the radio, and he paints cars. And I traded him a bunch of CB equipment for a Blazer he had painted. It was a flip-flop paint job. It was in all kind of magazines, but if you ever want a damn showroom, show car paint job, call those Spray Gun on the radio. That, I tell you what, I traded that Blazer for a brand new Z71 pickup. Yeah, my brother he had a paint body shop. He done it before. They got all kinds of things, awards and crap for the paint job he put on their vehicles. I wouldn't mess with that mess forward though. That's some aggravating mess. I remember old Spray Gun. That thing would look green, yellow, purple, and some kind of, it looked green, pearl, purple, pearl, white. That thing would turn any kind of color, man. But you talking about pretty. And that old guy, a buddy of mine, worked at Hero, seen that thing. He said, I got this brand new 2 or 3 of these Z71s. He said, pick out whichever one you want for that damn Blazer. He said, I'm going to give that to my daughter. Yeah, that's some $9 paint they put on them things. I think old Spray Gun said he paid pretty smart money for that paint. And, but it was in all kind of magazines and shit. I had some magazines that was in.
Excuse me, y'all. Ms. Waterman, what's going on? Oh, and I enjoyed it also. I really appreciated it. I enjoy the conversation, man. I do.
That boy know he can paint paint, man. Like your brother, they can name that damn price. I mean, you won't believe the price they charge. Oh yes, he working for a paint body shop now. All he does is paint and shoot, man. Some of the other body shops around there, they come down there where he's at to get him.
Much love, Miss Waterman. Much love.
Mix them and match them, because they can't do it. I got another guy that paints boats. Man, he ain't no joke. He can paint. Curtis Peters. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but that boy, he's good as Spray Gun. 2 of them can't paint this desk. You hear me? I hear you. I ain't kidding him. I've tried a bunch of times to paint something. I tried to paint a damn basketball goal on the back of that thing one time. Took me 2 weeks and it still looked like doo-doo.
Well, you have a good night, Miss Waterman.
I got a buddy of mine down here, got a Creative Customs. His name is Paint Body Shop. He got all kinds of cars and stuff sitting out there. I got him to paint one of my Peterbilts one time. I was there, and he, one of his customers come up there, took the McDonald's bag, and he had been working on his car. And I asked him, I said, what's he coming up here for? He said, well, he said, I'll work on it. I'll run out of money. He'll bring me some more. He'll put McDonald's bag. That guy gave him, it had $10,000 in it, cash money. Hey, that was my old grandpa. When my granddaddy on my daddy's side, my grandmother got sick. She had to stay in the hospital. This is back in probably 90. Had to stay in the hospital about 2-3 weeks. It was a right smarter deal. They didn't have insurance. And he went up there in that office and had a big old paper bag.
Hey.
Okay. He threw that up there.
331, 331. What's happening? What's happening? Good evening. Good evening.
Got right mad because all that cash was in that thing. My old buddy down there, he says he probably won't. He won't never get this.
Actually,
they just got him in.
Sitting out here on
he's facing about 30
some
years.
locals out here on channel 24 AM. That's what I'm doing right here, listening to them right now.
What for? Drugs, man, drugs. Damn. Well, we know they pay good. But my grandpa, he had corn grist mills. But he didn't trust the bank because in the Depression, when the banks failed, they took a bunch of his money and he was mad with them, so he had buried it. And by God, he dug up, I think about $200-something what he owed that damn hospital. That damn girl said she hired, I think it was about 20 people in there counting money. That's the only way to keep it, man. Keep it hid in cash where the government can't get their hands on none of it. That's damn sure. Till he died, my granny lived probably 15-20 years after he died, and she was still dead. My uncle told me 2 years ago they dug up some of that damn money again. I'm like, and it wasn't no good. It was all molded and couldn't use it. My aunt still lives.
Yeah, 331. Yeah, I didn't really do anything for the holidays. I mean, honestly, it's just another day to me. But I kind of hung out with my dogs here at the house. That's about all I did. Talk to people on the radio, talk to people on the internet. That's about all I did. What, sitting home by myself? Less drama.
Man, that old Indian, he was something. But no, my granddaddy, he never went to work after he shut the grist mill down. But he didn't never need nothing from nobody. But hell, to look at him, you'd think he was the brokest somebody on the planet. Yeah, I know. I worked for an old boy that you would think he had nothing. He hauled logs for him way back, and that old man, he run around there in my overalls and, didn't act like he had nothing. And he went up there to the doggone Nissan place. Used to be up there at Dodge dealer here in town, and was gonna buy a new Nissan pickup, and they messed around there. Did nobody want to wait on him and all that kind of stuff, so he walked on out and he told me, he said, I'll just go somewhere else and get one. He went to Tallahassee and pulled the money out that front of that bill with him overalls up there, paid cash money for the truck. Man, you just don't never know about these old people, about people. You can't judge them. That's just like, my granddad had lung cancer, but he owned half of Clay County, Alabama. And all my family up there, I mean, that's why, that land I was telling you about, hell, I got all the land I could ever, it's 15 miles on a dirt road, just as far as you can see, either direction, my uncle owns. Because he done ended up with all of it up there nearby. And, but somewhere on some part of that land, my granddaddy caught that man. You know what trot lining turkey is? What is it? Well, you take a fish hook, a big fish hook, and you bait it with corn and stuff, and a turkey come by and eat it, and they'll swallow it and get hung, just like a fish. Well, my granddaddy caught trot lining turkey up there, and he watched that turkey. That man come and got it. But God have mercy on that man's soul. He likely didn't make it out of them woods. Well, that's the way it ought to be. He said, man, if you'd have been hunting this land right instead of trot lining, you could still walk. They had to call the ambulance and all, get him out in the woods because Grandpa broke his leg.
Right on, Sunfish.
And he had lung cancer then. It's a wonder my granddad didn't shoot him. Just flat dead right there. I reckon he wanted that man to hurt like that turkey was hurting, I mean, you think about it, how you to get caught like that. Yeah, I know that'd be a bad deal and yeah, I mean, they wasn't no sense in that. Yeah, I know we got out there in Texas and all that, we got to get them dang gators on them big hooks and they swallow all that mess. It'd be a job to get them.
Yeah, the dogs are doing fine. They're acting like little troublemakers and going off in the neighbors' yards and shit. It's pissing me off.
You drop down a little low. Yeah, you drop down a little bit, but you're still pretty good. There you go. And that's all you had to do. You took care of it. You just flip it up on high then. No, it just did right then. It's up on high now. Now back up. And where you're supposed to be. Well, that might be even better right there. You got it better. That's over the reason. You didn't have to do so much. Nah, just get back on that little Mako right there. That's all I need. That's plenty right there anyhow. Yeah, that's
Dude,
right, the edge is red.
Those damn pups are growing like freaking weeds, man. And I want to find homes for 2 more of them. And it's going to get even harder. I mean, I'm not really actively looking. I've been asking people, but I'm not really like going out with the dang pups and trying to give them away and stuff. But the older they get, the harder it is going to give them away. And they all eat a lot. They eat so much. But you know, I love them. You know, they're all cool. It's just like I said. You know, the mother, Jazz, the mother, she's taught the pups some bad habits, and also taught the pups uh, how to get to the neighbor's house. You know what I mean? And as soon as I turn my back and I'm not around or something like that, next thing you know, they're running over there, and I'm not exactly sure what they're doing. If they're messing with getting in their garbage cans and messing with their dogs or whatever, I'm not sure exactly what they're doing over there. But they run over there and then they're gone for a while, and then they come back. You know, like they've been running around in a pond or something. So I don't know, but it just bothers me because I don't want them to go running off in the neighbor's yard and them getting pissed that they're out there. Uh, yeah, yeah, I'm in Panama City, but yeah, I mean, um, I don't know. I I got two of them that I'd like to find homes for. I got one male and one female that will leave me with the mother and the one male and one female. And anyway, what's up, Billy? What's going on?
I just flipped that little Mako up on the high side. That's all I've been running there. I threw that big one on just for a minute there, but that little Mako, all I've been playing with, it stayed on the low side all evening. That was a good little old box. No, the bee said all five of them twos worked on the low side. That's what I didn't know how they worked. I thought maybe, Wichita was thinking maybe just the two drivers would be working, but he said no, all five of them work even on the low side. So that's a pretty neat setup. Yeah, that Mako 500, I believe it was the first amplifier that I ever seen, and I had it. Well, my daddy had it there, and we had a Pierce Simpson Bearcat base station, and we used it with that Mako 500 and Moon Record 4 hand down, and it done a good job at I think it about 50 feet in there. Well, I didn't know they made a Mako 500. I never had seen one of them. And me and Dr. B got to researching it. And they sure made a Mako, but you just said it. And I know I've seen the 75. I've seen all the other ones, but the 500. Yeah, they make a 75, and if I'm not wrong, they make a 200 or 300, a 500, and they made a 750 too, I think. A 1 kW and a 2 kW then.
What's going on, Bex?
Well, I think the biggest one I ever seen was that Mako 750, about the biggest one I ever seen. Well, I seen a 1 kW, it's a 2-box deal, and a 2 kW. It's a 2-box deal. It looks just like the 1000, but it's, got those tubes in it. And them, the 1000
I was sitting over on Hippie's stream, man, for a little while, just listening in on, in the chat and all that stuff. But man, I'm gonna tell you, it just seemed like a lot of goddamn drama, so I didn't stick around.
Let's see, what was that? They had a 323 Johnson in the pickup he had there with a darn old ML100 tube type amplifier in it. Man, you could hear that thing all over 3 counties. Once you can get hot as everybody's business. I had one of them little JB Black Cat 2-tube mobile amplifier. That thing worked like you was nobody's business. Yeah, but he killed a battery in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
It's
hippies.
me, Uncle
Yeah,
Nathan.
hippie stream. I mean, I don't know if it's still doing that, but I mean, at the time when I was sitting over there, I was over on Blackburn stream and Blackburn audits, and I was sitting over there, and then he decided to take off. So uh, uh, I think a bunch of us ended up over there, kind of sitting in the chat. But man, I was sitting over there and just listening in, man, and I was just like, God dang, there was just like too much damn drama. It's like, to me, it was like bitching about this, bitching and moaning about that. It's just like, I don't know. I can only take such small doses of that shit, honestly. So I didn't hang out. I was thinking about, and hippie don't know me, but I was thinking about if there was something worth talking about, I'd jump on their panel or whatever, and give my little 2 cents worth. But there wasn't really anything that was worth talking about. And then on top of that, um, I I'm not really known by hippie, so he doesn't really know me all that much. You know what I mean? So it's not like he would like probably even if I went on the in the back room when he put the damn link in, he probably wouldn't put me up because he doesn't really know me. But that's okay. I'm kind of everywhere, nowhere at the same time. So you know, I'm always looking for live streams. That's one of my main things when it comes down to just unless I'm watching particular stuff, unless I'm watching particular videos, I'm always keeping my eyes open for different live streams that are happening and seeing what's going on and what people are talking about. On freedom, dangerous freedom. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'll go over there, and I've been like since I started doing the live stream stuff, I finally get to get on their panel, on his panel, a couple of times. But yeah, I'll go over there just at least listen. There's a lot of so-called quote unquote prepper channels out there. It's like, I mean, if I really just wanted to have more subscribers and stuff like that, all I got to do is put the word prepper in my channel name, and next thing you know, I've got a shitload of fucking subscribers. You know what I mean? Because some of these channels, man, they just put the word prepper in the title of their channel name, and they're really, you know, not really quite what I would call a prepper. But that's just some people. Some people, I don't know. But I've always, back in my day, we didn't call ourselves preppers. We call it, it's more like a survivalist is more like the, I guess, term that I grew up with. Yeah, and
I think you said that Kenwood just a little easier to tune in. You don't have to move it.
yeah,
Oh no, man! If they anywhere around close, they Kenwood will compensate for it. It's good, man. That's the best sideband radio you'll ever own. Well, I'm gonna be doing good to get a Yazoo 2000. It's good too. I mean, that's a doggone. Well, it's not anymore, but it was the top of the line when it come out. I mean, absolutely, there wasn't nothing no better. Well, they say that 990 Kenwood, it's been out a while, but there ain't nothing no better than it still. From what I pulled up, the best ham rig made, and that's what came up. If you Google it anyway. So, Google must be wrong.
yeah, I agree. I mean, it really, a lot of it is a way of life. I mean, I live in Florida here in the Panhandle, so we all have that hurricane preparedness type of mentality anyway.
CB radio with the receive lights in that Kenwood, man, that's the quietest, cleanest receive on it. Even hearing the CB radio people talking, that thing ain't no joke, Jack. Oh, I know. I'd be trying to receive on the Kenwood and talk on a damn another radio. That thing, what makes them receive so much quieter and cleaner? How do they do that? Got all kinds of filters in there, Mike. I mean, yes, this thing here is just loaded up with all kinds of filters. Well, that damn thing was 6 foot wide, so I reckon it's got enough room. If they made CB radio, they'd have to make it that big too, wouldn't it? Probably so.
Yeah, it might. But I was saying, it's like
I can pretty
just
much see why.
you gotta also think about like your surroundings. You know what I mean? When it comes down, like, I mean, you got plenty of, like, you're growing food. You got some pigs. The thing is, man, it's like, all right. Is your neighbors, all right? Because I mean, desperate times, people will do desperate things. Let's say shit was to go down, you might be fine, all right, for a little while with what you got, but your neighbor might not be good with what he's got. You know what I mean? He might have kids, and things might get bad to where they're starting to get hungry, and they're like, "Daddy, daddy, daddy, I want some food. I'm hungry." And he'd be willing to go over next door where your house is, and take what you got, and maybe even uh, take your life to get it. You know what I mean? It's like I said, it's people, even people that have best intentions right now and all that stuff, man. You get into that situation, man. They might be willing to do whatever, and the person you didn't expect to come at you is, next thing you know, is coming at you. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm just saying. I mean, I got supplies too, but I mean, I have a way of protecting it and keeping it away from others if it was to happen. And then on top of that, I have a way of getting away from here if I had to leave. You know what I mean? I might have to leave a lot of stuff behind, but I have a way of getting away from here, and places to go. Um, and if I dig myself deep enough in, I wouldn't be bothered. It's just depending on what's going on at that time and how to travel from place to place. I'd like to go hog hunting, but I want to do it with my crossbow. I want to go crossbow hunting with my and hunt some hogs around here, man. One of these days. A buddy of mine used to do it to make money. Actually, there's a few of these farms around here with crops and stuff. Actually hired him to go out there and kill hogs to keep them out of the crops. So he come home with like six big fat sows, like 250-pound sows. And man, just hang them up on the damn rack, man, and process them out. Have like four big coolers, like those big coolers you would find like on those big fisherman boats. Yeah, four of those. And he'd fill that thing with nothing but processed meat, and he'd turn around and make a bunch of that stuff into sausage. Holy crap, it was so good. Man, it was good. That wild hog, that meat, that taste of that meat is pretty damn good, in my opinion. It's my opinion. Yeah, it's actually been pretty chilly here in the Panhandle. You know, it's been getting below 60 degrees, so to me that's freaking cold. Once it gets below 60, man, I'm starting to shiver and layer up. You know, it's like, oh god, I'm gonna have to break out the damn fucking thermal underwear now. You know, you know, yeah, like the thermal underwear and the fucking battery powered socks. Yeah, teriyaki. Man, I'm gonna tell you, you know, that's another thing too. I've got a food dehydrator, and I've been wanting to do it, and I haven't done it yet. And I've been wanting to start to make some jerky, and then on top of that, I was wanting because I can get deer meat, and then on top of that, I mean the hog meat. The guy that I was talking about that used to go the hunt that hog, he passed on just last year, so that little hookup with hogs was is gone now. But that's why I want to go hunting out there to get some of these hogs one of these days. But I want to do it with my crossbow. I don't really feel like going out with a with a rifle or something. And I want to see how many big ones I can get, with the crossbow. And I would love to do some jerky. And then I also kind of want to do like drying fruits and vegetables and stuff like that too. I just haven't done it. I've got a food dehydrator just sitting, waiting for me to do it too. Yeah, yeah. See, it used to be a lot more like quail and stuff like that around here when the property was more wooded than it is now. But for some reason, man, in the past, I don't know, 10 years, I've seen less and less of them, and out here on the property, which is crazy. Yeah. We're all getting older, I guess. That's probably where a lot of these guys that I knew, man, a lot of them were, a little older than me anyway. Yeah, I think that's it too. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I used to see armadillos all the time. And nowadays, you know, I very rarely see a live armadillo. Um, I can I'll see them dead, squashed on the side of the road, but uh, very rarely I see a live one. But I used to see them all over the place. Hell, when we were kids, we used to chase them, and excuse, excuse me, we used to chase them and play with them. I mean, they were dangerous, but we didn't care. Uh, just stay away from the busy end, like their mouth or their nails, so they don't get scratched or something like that. But other than that, yeah, dude, fire ants. Technically, man, where I'm at in my location, well, actually out here in the Panhandle, period, it's nothing but sand. I'm on one big ant hill, one big sand hill. So yes, I've got fire ants. I've got carpenter ants. I've got all kinds of ants. I mean, seriously, this whole hill that I'm sitting on is one big ant hill. Yeah, I mean, I have to get pretty decent close, but I've got a pretty decent crossbow. I don't have to be that close. I mean, I just gotta be well camouflaged or up in a stand or something like that. The best thing would be is just up in a stand so I can, let them walk right underneath me and I'll just tag them, tag them there. You know what I mean? Up in a tree stand or something. Yeah, yeah. 33. Yeah, you're pretty young, or younger than me anyway. Yeah, I'm 47. So, but hate the fires. Got to enjoy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not that far. I'm like in Panama City, so I'm not that far. From Georgia's anyway. Georgia line anyway. Um, and I mean, hell, there's even some people up there in Georgia, like toward the Enterprise and all that stuff. Man, I talked to on the radio from where I'm sitting. So I mean, yeah, yeah, 308. Yeah, right on. Can't remember 47. What the hell? Are you saying you looking at that? You're looking at 47 way back there in the rear view mirror, ain't you? It's way back there in the rear view mirror, huh? Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, Billy, I'll tell you, man. My buddy that he passed on, but the one that used to do all that hog hunting, man, he had this thing. I think it was like I don't know, $5,000 or $6,000 for this night vision scope that he used to hunt those hogs, dude. That sucker was man. It was like a generation three, a Gen 3. Like it was like one of the top of the line type, night vision, and night vision and thermal scopes. That thing was freaking awesome, dude. He had two of them. I would love to have a scope like that. Can't even find the rearview mirror. I hear you. It's like you older than dirt, man. Shit. Back in the day when you were a kid, man, and you were still, they had to use bear skin. They had to use like the skin of a bear to make your diapers back in those days. Right, 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 right.
Dr. Rao. Her husband's a heart doctor too. His name is Peter Rao. You know anything about him now? I didn't hear you, Keto, with you. Dr. Rao. Do you know her and him? Peter Rao.
Yeah, I like the night vision and the thermal imaging. The thermal imaging is pretty cool, dude. Like I said, this sucker, man,
Well, look them
you can have your hand 12 inches away from your face, and if it was dark enough where you could not see your hand, this damn scope would make it look like daylight. I mean, it could be so damn dark you could have your hand 12 inches away from you and you couldn't see it. This scope would just make it look daylight. It was nice. And the thermal imaging part of it, holy crap! I mean, it was insane, dude. I mean, I love that. I mean, I like thermal imaging better than the night vision personally, but he had he can flip from either one on his scope, and I was like, that's pretty freaking cool. I like that. Yeah, I get it, John. I get it.
Yeah, well, maybe, my earthquakes are so far apart.
I just wish I had the money for that kind of stuff, Billy.
96, and then I have some more in 2009. And, she just, that's how hard you're not going to get the same doctor. They retired, they gone somewhere else.
Well, they must be doing something right, 'cause I ain't had but one heart attack. And they kept me pretty stable so far, and I've been through a pretty good rough bout with it. Coronavirus and gout and all that, so I'm gonna knock on wood so far. Whew, I'm back. You was about to bust, wasn't you, Ken Picker?
We lost.
No, doggone, I guess the relay in that little Mako 300 hung up. Well, I don't know what you mean. It wasn't on key. Yeah, I couldn't hear nothing or nothing on there. It just act like the relay hung up on it. Well, what'd you do? Hook up another? Just turned it off using the radio to drive that other box. Well, I bet you $100 Dr. B got some relays, because he was talking about he had plenty of relays for them makeups. Well, I'll probably just bring this one over there and let him check it out.
Run amplifiers on the low side. It's like a price. You only tune it up on the low side for free when you switch it to the high and run.
Yeah, that's what I always do. Y'all was talking together there for a minute. Y'all know what kind of headache that makes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that thing here just, it acts like a relay hung up in it, Dr. B. I don't know if that's what it is or not, but I'll bring it over there and you check it out. Do what you need to do to use it to get your, take your pictures or whatever.
Well, that's good. That's all I need. And if it has a problem with the relay, I can handle that too.
That could be. I don't know if that's what it is or not. I'm saying that's what it is. Cause you kick it, you turn it off, put it on standby, and everything clears up. You kick it back on, and it's just like the relay's up, just like it's keyed up.
Well, that's probably what it's doing. And when they drive, it doesn't do anything. It sit there and get silent.
That's right. That's exactly what it's doing. That's why I say it. I believe it's the relay.
Or it could have been those transistor and human circuit shorted and QCQ. That one they really are. The 300 have a typical lower human circuit, and I think there's still 3 transistors on it.
You figure all that out when you get her over there to your place, right?
Roger.
Well, I'll just go get the other 300 when it needs you, then out the building. You ain't going outside, are you? That's right, I sure. I'm going to stay right here. I got something over here, another one or two over here I can hook up. I know that. But
Have a good night there, John.
I may try that little Mark 3. Oh, God. Shit, it's doing good like it is. I don't see no reason to mess with it. No, it's clean as a. I'm telling you, it just ain't no comparison to what a 500Z cleans up the audio. Just low drive it, let it warm up a little in there. Well, while I was looking at it, I reached over here and flipped this other one on and turned that Kenwood on and listening to y'all. You get spoiled doing that, godbaby.
Yeah, my broadcast too is so strict for antenna, and when you see a radio up, it cuts off the receive on the radio.
Nah. They say L1500, you got to let it stay on, I think, 3 minutes before it ever kicks on to where you use it.
That's right. I got four sitting right over here to the left of me. So in the morning, I'm going to use the cinema song and let them run for 6 or 8 hours before I do anything to it.
You ought to take that other solid state little box I told you to run into that thing. Good God Almighty. Well, I may in the morning fiddle with it a little bit or something, but it'll like I said, let me give me a doggone pencil and write your number down, Dr. P. Okay. I'll just text it to you, G. Okay, that works for me. Then that way it'll be on your phone. You don't have to do no punching in. You can add it to your contact.
Yeah, when you identify me, put James and then put Dr. B, and you'll have it.
Okay, I'll sure do it. That's how I got you in my phone, Doc. That's how I'm just sending them the whole contact.
All right. I don't have my phone with me right now, and it's in the bedroom, so it won't do any good to try to call right now.
No, I'll give you a call there tomorrow sometime in the morning or something if you're gonna be around.
I'll be around about 11 or so would be a good time to call, because I really don't get up very early.
All right, Billy, have a good one.
I don't blame you, shit. I don't, not unless I have. Well, it's got to where I have to get up pretty early, but not have to, but I get up pretty early anyhow. I'll get in here and get on 80 meters and talk to my buddies out yonder in Texas for a little while, and then I'll go up yonder to that other one fiddle around.
Roger.
Hey, Big Daddy sent me God Almighty knows. Big Daddy, you can hear me. Come in here, break. Anyway, he's up there in Grady, Alabama. Y'all gotta see this old truck he fixed. With a 383 stroker. Don't y'all know that thing will get up?
Yeah, he had that Dodge Charger with a 383 when I was married to his sister.
Big Daddy and Grady.
Big Daddy, Randy, yep, that's my ex-brother-in-law.
Not the Big Daddy over there in the Enterprise. He's way up in Grady, Alabama.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's too many lights in there, you know. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
He sent me a text about something. I gotta get with him tomorrow. But he's a good fella. I like him. He sent me a picture of that Chevrolet truck, and man, I think he heard us talk about the paint job. I seen the paint on it, and it's sweet.
The first 396 I had in it was a 375 horse, and I put a 425 horse, 427 with aluminum heads on it.
Well, look here. The 383 is a Chevrolet and Dodge, but you had to stroke a 350 to make a 383 in a Chevrolet, right?
Yeah, used a 350 block and a 400 small block frame.
Yeah, I made it a 383 stroker. Well, didn't Dodge come out with a 383 straight? It wasn't like a Chevrolet. Yeah, it was a 383 cubic inches, and it was a big bad boy too. If it got 383 on it, it would move. A 440 with a six-pack. Yeah, Daddy said he used to race him. He had a Comet with I don't know what all he had, but he raced that 440. He said that was the fastest damn thing on the planet. You know, Ford built a 427 racing engine. They say that came in the Cobras, didn't it? 429 Interceptor and a 427 with a Cobra kit. Uh-huh.
They had a 427 race motor, a 428 Cobra jet, and a 429 Cobra jet.
Yeah. You could find one in a car with matching numbers on it now, you'd have some money in your pocket. Now, to me, there was something about, he was asking me about a Farmer 1000. Somebody replaced the switch on it, and it don't, now you can't give a 300 watts out of it. Do you know anything about a Farmer?
Ooh, I don't do those ornaments. Did you see that post that DBI did about a Varma amplifier? He says, I don't work on these guys.
They kind of tough, huh?
Well, it's not that they're tough, it's just that you got a top board with all the cubes in it, and you got a middle board that's got a bunch of junk on it, then you got a bottom board. And to work on it, you got to be able to get to everything and know what's going on, and I don't.
I know you could take one of them and a JB12, and you could make all the neighbors mad for 2 miles. So that's what you know about them, yeah, buddy. I like that.
I had a 331,000, that's what it was. It was a 40 channel truck.
It wiped out TVs, radio clocks, everything. Smooth like a tiger, huh?
When I had mine, Mr. Brewer out there in Oklahoma was still alive. Nebraska. Just if I look through my schematics, I can find the schematic for a one. So I got them for JB12 and JB75 and 1 2 and stuff like that. I got all this in a packet when I got my 1000. And they said the only difference between the 100 and the 1000 was the size of the transformer and the amount of feet. That 1000, I think, has 4 drive eight, and then they had to have a lot of current on 6 volts to make that happen.
Not to be on those, like that Warrior, DNA Warrior. What does those power supplies mostly for? About how many volts do they put out?
And I'm not exactly sure. A lot of times what they do is they're low voltage, but they'll use a low subscriber, and you're only sourcing 650 or 700 volts on the 6 or 8950 makes it play anyway. But it's a spring loaded, so that works on the side.
Well, did the, like, Heat Kit made a Warrior. They had didn't it have 572s in it, or 811s? Heat Kit built the Warrior. Then you got a DNA Warrior. Then, how many different Warriors did they build?
I don't know it's true, I don't know it's any more.
Well, I was just curious, like on that Mako 2KW box, would it be a big enough power supply to run something like a 500Z or something?
It wouldn't have the right filament mode for one that's designed for 6 volt fuse. That's what a 6 LF6 is. The LF of the course is your 10 in, 10 out configuration. And that's why there's a lot of that confusion. But the voltages are 6.6 volts and 6.3 volts, and either one of them works.
The voltage wasn't up high enough. You really wouldn't even wake up a 250B, would you?
Well, the 252 has a 6.3 volts. It's just a 252 now. It's just an R is a 26 volt fuse.
Damn. Well, somebody's out there audio testing. We hear you there, Temple. They'll be all about. Got no problem there, Temple. It's down for this great country. Take it easy, brother. Have a good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you, 547. I hear you pretty good up here now. It's a 250 coach that has a 26 boat tournament on. A 250 R, a 250 B, a BC, they're all 6.3 boat, 3.6 ounce.
I think he said 5 1/4, not 5 47. Yeah, right there, 5 1/4. But they doing drive-bys, something to do with a white person and a black, by God. It's racist, you know. It's always a white man's fault. Take it easy, sir. We'll catch you next time. Now, to me, you said it wouldn't have enough amperage, would it?
No, didn't say that. I said a 250B is a 6.3 volt or 6 volt fuse. And most everybody runs them at 6.3, just like they do 6.3 on 6LF6, 6LR6, 6JF6C. Anything with a 6 in front of it is 6 volts.
Damn bull. Well, what about an 8950 or a 2057?
They're 6 volts, but they're military grade or industrial grade, and that's why they got a different number. It's like I got a 3CPH 1500 over here, and it doesn't say that. It says a YU257 on it. So see, it's a medical grade too.
I've been noticing that on a lot of them steel deals. This guy of mine, they'll have 97 numbers on some of them, and they'll be the same thing as a 1500 or, you know, it works anyway. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I understand.
Dr. B,
Yes, sir.
this fella got a Henry, got 23500 C's in it. He ain't got no HP, no high voltage. I get it. We can holler at y'all tomorrow.
You're not going outside. You're staying inside, Jazz. You're not going out.
Yeah, that's like going and buying $1,000 worth of fireworks to see a work for 10 seconds.
Well, man, we done enough of that in our time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people have. I just never bought fireworks.
I shot about an $80,000 show one time, and that was a lot of firecrackers, but it was so pretty.
Yeah, you know, being an inside, we were coaching us Fort Russell, we go out there and that's their coach, and we could do it for nothing.
Yeah. Well, that's actually how I got the job. I got to be an apprentice other than fireworks shooting. That guy needed help real bad. I said, well, man, I need a job. You know, something to do on the side. And he said, well, by God, you just got you one. He said to learn the pyrotechnics. And then from then on for about 3 years, I got to be an apprentice and set up shows so I could get my license. You had to get so many hours before you could get licensed.
I understand. I know that saying, but I should never be that guy.
Well, Dr. B, it was fun when I was young. It don't seem like as much fun to me now, because I seen one or two guys, one buddy of mine got his arm blown off, and that down 16 shell come up out of the tube and blew up and blew his arm off. And he wasn't standing over it. You don't got to be close, because it's getting with it.
Yeah, and good stuff, you know, I looked at the black powder one time out there at the range, and turned on fire, and I didn't realize how much that stuff was burnt on how long it was burnt.
That stuff is something. You know, I had a whole lot more respect for all them people that make them fireworks after I started shooting. Because you find out just how. When we shot East Alabama Motor Speedway, I know you've been down there before, but they wanted us to shoot out of steel tubes. And it's all right the first time you shoot, but they wanted you to reload them during the show and fire them again. And man, you are playing Russian roulette with that. No, down there in Phoenix City, East Alabama Motor Speedway, where they had a big track. Well, hell, they probably still had them steel tubes in the ground out there, but man, me and the guy apprentice under, that's when I was shooting, being an apprentice, and by God, we set our own racks up, because he said, ain't no damn way I'm going to reload them. He said, I'll load them the first time, but I ain't loading them twice. It wasn't so bad reloading a PVC tube, or we shot cardboard tubes too. You kind of watch if you have bad cardboard tubes, because they get on fire sometimes. But usually that PVC's, it didn't catch on fire, stay on fire.
Yeah, I thought they could last for the cardboard tubes.
Well, they do, but I mean, when they new, but after 3 or 4 shells shot out of it, that wax is gone. But Dr. B, it's a tabletop model, $700, and ain't but one problem. That's exactly what it is. One problem with it. I don't know, it just says, all it says is that the old guy's 86 years old has got it, but my problem with it is it's in Los Angeles, California. I would go get it brand new thing in California. I was thinking that myself. I'm looking at one right now in the store over there, the billboard. If it was brand new and he gave it to me, I wouldn't go get it. He was drive out of California, he'd be all right. Man, it's a mess going. I don't care what you in. If you could go in at 3 o'clock in the morning, you might could get to his house by daylight. And but I wouldn't want to go in till then. I ain't going out there not even they live close to me, right where we live, and they retired. She was the chief nursing officer for the University of Los Angeles Medical Center. Hey, so you ain't going out there, period? No, we talked. I talked to her on the phone a couple of times. I did find the number. I had to look for her. She was Canadian. But they want the job, and so they like it out there. Last time I was out there in 1996, and I told them people, if you wait for me to bring you another little chicken, you're going to starve to death. And I ain't been back yet. I'm trying to think when my last trip. It was later than that, Dean. I reckon it was about 2010, my last trip. I said, you know what? And I can't imagine, traffic was bad then, but can you imagine what it is now? Man, it was horrible then. It was, hell, it was bad. It's been bad every time I've been out there. It may have been around 2005, my last trip. It was after 2000. 2000 could have been 10. It could have been about 5 or 8. But I said then, no. Hell to the no. This is it. I remember hitting LA about 3 o'clock that morning. And look here, we was already at a damn dead stop. 2 miles an hour all the way, 20, 30 miles before you got to LA. And I said, this ain't happening again. Yeah, I know, that's the biggest mess out there I've ever seen. That I-5's a joke. I-10, I-5, all of it, the whole damn mess is a joke out there. The whole state's a joke. We ain't going in coming, Jack. Hey, 902, I paid less than $700 for this work and when we over here, they had it shipped to the house. I think I paid like $5.95 plus about $85 shipping 10 years ago. That's a good deal there. Laying all jokes aside, them selling for about $1,900 right now. Yeah, and I've got two floor models, 2K Pacifics, that's the heavy duty one. Yeah. Yeah, I just got through fixing my other one. It was sold up when I got it. I paid $1,800 for it, and I fixed it, and it works now. So I'm good to go on that one.
And then, of course, I got an 8-gauge that I've been going through and making sure everything is correct on it. And it has 10-minute power. They use mercury switches in it.
They use them old mercury switches in there?
Yeah, that's what they use for the antenna switching.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I can tell you. I mean, there's 3 of them in there. You can have them $10,000. That's a good question. I don't have any idea. It's my first radio with that thing.